Congratulations, winners.
Thank you so much. We're still in this belief. We're like, we lose our voices from yesterday. We celebrated so much.
Raspy.
I bet you guys were partying. Not only are you the winners, but you had 7 first place legs or wins, or yes, 7, and your 7th is the overall win. But you only placed in the top 3 ever.
Which is insane. Like we were not expecting that. We were just there for the we wanted the experience. We got the experience.
We were hoping we would do well. Did we expect to do that well? No. We were very surprised. And we were very thankful that it happened that way.
Have you taken up wind sailing?
No. Sometimes when I don't accomplish things well, I don't do them a second
time. I have to say, we were recently back in the Dominican Republic, and we both surf on one of the fake ones, the artificial, artificial ones.
Yeah, the one that's what's it called?
I don't know. The artificial wave maker, something like that.
Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I was very good at that, actually.
Yeah. Not surfing, not real surfing.
Not windsurfing. Yeah.
All right, we don't ever have to do windsurfing. Never again.
Nope.
One and done, I think.
Let's go back a little bit. The very first leg, I mean, you did well. And that's like your first taste of what it's going to actually be like. Did you kind of feel like, oh, okay, we can do this?
No, because we have been in Puerto Vallarta, right? So we knew like a little bit more of the area. Yeah. So we were like, we got the luck, right? We're starting well, but like we have to be conscious about like it was a place that we have seen. So now
we're familiar. So
another thing that we
don't let your guard down.
While we were in the hotel, we were putting the local channels, like trying to see. And hotels have like touristy things. So we were looking at every single image that they were showing, and they were like a craft market. They might have us doing this, and that. So like making a little list. Like it seems to be like the seashore. Like they might have us doing this, like just trying to guess. So we still put the preparation, even if we have been on the place.
Right.
And just like trying to...
we didn't want to let our guard down, even though we had been there. And we knew, when we had seen the teams initially, like we knew we were going up against some really strong teams.
Yes.
Physically, mentally, like super fans.
So now being at the start line and hearing like how many super fans were in this season, we're like, that is as well our skill set. Like we keep saying it, like the super fans were our biggest competition because they have exactly the same strengths as we do. So physicality, like Bertram has said himself, you can walk the race and win it as long as you're good with directions, getting to point A to point B, and being able to do the tasks fast enough.
And making the right decision. And I think that's kind of what helped us a lot, was making the right decision. But those first legs, that day was hard. It was a very hard day.
A long day, hot day.
And it was like full on crash course to the race. Like if you can survive this day, that was like, okay, we survived this day, we can do it. And I think what was really nice is that day kind of set a standard for us. It was like, if this is what it's going to be and we can do this well, like, okay, we can handle it.
And really taking notes of our mistakes.
Yeah, there was a couple of things that happened that day. It was like, okay, this happened. We're not making this mistake. Like not taking a second bushel of balloons, big mistake. That's not happening again. Like reading the clue.
Yeah, getting to a station, checking what is fully on your station. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Like things like that.
There were like mistakes that happened that day that did not happen again because we made sure of it.
And so as super fans, I'm sure you have a perception of what you think the race is like. Once you started racing, was there anything that surprised you?
There were a lot of questions that I just wanted to have answered, like how those things work, right? So I get to see a lot of that, which was awesome. But also by listening to a lot of recaps, a lot of like all of you guys, like I feel like when racers have mentioned their experience, and like a lot of, we applied because we try to live by no regrets, right? So like we were like, if we don't take the chance and make a video, we might never get cast. Of course, we won't get cast because we don't do it. So anyways, we end up doing it. We get the call. So now at this point, I have heard from a lot of racers, if you get to do it again, what would you do? And a lot of people said, I would enjoy it. And I think that was my mentality, like, let's have fun. And I think that's why I'm able to keep my shield, because I was like, I just want to have fun. I'm here. Like, we got this experience. So like,
and having the balance, like you have to have fun, but you also have to stay in the zone and be a competitor.
and that's how we balance out, because Ricky was like, we gotta go. And I was like,
Go,
yeah,
go,
but
go.
look over there. Like,
have fun. I was like, okay, fine.
Right. It's so hard to do.
Yeah.
Because you guys did so well, it didn't really seem like you were ever concerned about leaving or being eliminated. But were there ever moments where you were concerned?
so we try to race as in like we're in last, right? Because
Yeah.
when you're in last, that's when you put the pressure. Now, being on the front of the pack, you might not have that much stress. So having that combination of like run as if every second matters, because it does.
Yeah.
But on the other side, like we're ahead. So we like, even if some other teams catch up, we're gonna be like middle of the pack. So
yeah, we never took like we never took our time for granted. Like we knew that at any moment we could make a mistake and someone could pass us.
Yep.
So we always acted as though we were in the back of the pack.
And-
like we just had to act swiftly and quickly. Like we just had to move, and we knew that the advantage of 15 minutes seems like a lot, but it wasn't. That's one wrong decision, one wrong turn, and you drop a place. And we tried to be diligent and make those right decisions on the detours. And you saw like some detours were faster than others, and you made the wrong decision, it cost you a place.
We could see it as well, like in the Chile leg, like which was the hardest for navigation for absolutely everyone. Like we got lost and we made it to the mat thinking that we were like fifth, maybe sixth. And it was because we totally forgot that if we're lost, maybe everyone else is lost. In my mind was like, we got lost. We're like, we dropped down places.
Yeah, it wasn't like, oh, everybody else is lost. No, it's like we lost, like we dropped places.
So not seeing other teams as well, it happens that you're like, well, I don't know where we are. Like, yeah, we were at this point, but now who knows?
Yeah, like the race car during the mega leg, like I got really nervous. Like I was like, why can I not get this? Like, what is going on? And then when I realized it was just a puzzle, and I was like, oh, I can do this. I teach 4-year-olds how to do these all the time.
The delay in airing your schedule, I mean, I have to imagine you're a little annoyed or frustrated. How did you handle that?
It was perfect. I think it was perfect. We got to build a relationship with our cast, which made it really special. We really learned how to like poker face, like we did really good. Like what?
Great
What do you think? Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, it's a long time to keep a secret.
It was a very long time, but I do like take the positive spin on like our cast had the opportunity to kind of build this relationship, whereas like other teams, like the turnaround was really fast. So we had an opportunity to kind of like build this really cool bond that a lot of teams or other casts maybe didn't have a chance to do that.
And now, knowing that season 37 is until next year, we get to be the new kids on the block for a whole year.
Right. Kind of paid off there.
Yeah.
How was it watching it back? How do you like your edit? How was that experience?
I mean,
it was I'm very pleased actually, because I was nervous. I was very competitive, laser focused, and I was worried that I was going to come across very boring. Because I didn't feel like I was funny at moments. Like there was a moment when we were on the boats, you, Rod, and Leticia were like smiling, laughing. I'm sitting like deadpan. Like that's how I felt I was the entire time. So it was nice to be like, oh yeah, we were having fun. Like I just remember being serious.
For me, like I enjoyed it. I was there to like I really
had a good time.
I really love that they show us kissing, because like that is our relationship. That's how we are. Like for me, I didn't came out of the closet until like really late. And like Ricky, like when we started dating, Ricky wanted to hold hands on the street, and I was getting worried about those things. So like our relationship has built in like, this is love. This is a couple. Like this is like, why, like no labels, just like we're a couple that love each other. And like, we have built this relationship like that. And like, just being us, and like if we're gonna kiss, like it's not a big deal. Like it
just was genuine, and I'm glad that came across as like, this is just a couple that is like being competitive and having a good time and just like being.
And I have to say, like, they show the 10 words that Ricky knows in Spanish, they show them, and like now we're seeing people online like, yeah, because they both speak Spanish. I'm like,
thank you. I'm very flattered, but no. Yeah, I am very pleased at like how our story came across and like our relationship came across. And I do feel like we've gotten a lot of like comments from people like, we're so thankful for, you know, your relationship and your representation. And it's
awesome.
It's felt really good.
It feels really, really nice.
I mean, we can't help but love your love. And speaking of, where are we on starting a family? That was mentioned.
So now we are going to be able to build a foundation for that. Like we now get to work on getting a house, getting a place to live, and start setting up that.
Yeah.
To have a
family. I think that's kind of what's been the best part of this is like those dreams can now become reality. I was saying like I have strong feelings about adoption. I think it's really important. There's so many children that, you know, need that love. I would love to also foster, so things like that. Like, I don't know. This gives us a place to kind of do that.
Now seeing Vivian Rose, like
I know Vivian and like Shane's son, you know, it's like
again,
everybody's like, oh,
like
these like
being
great
now
babies,
part of this family, like it's awesome. So now seeing them, and like we got to meet Vivian Rose in person yesterday, so we were like, oh, that kind of be us eventually.
Yeah, we have big families, like we have lots of nieces and nephews, and
I love it. Well, keep us informed on all of that. So now that you have gone through the whole race, you've watched it back, you can now reveal your secret, your big time winners, but you're still super fans who got this experience. Just can you sum up what this has been for you?
Okay, so for me, again, like it's, first of all, our relationship, right? Like being through that, like that we have seen it in so many seasons, like it can show your cracks. Like it's something that like, it's so much pressure that it can go either way, right? But we're still together. We're happily together. And just watching it, like in a way, is like as if I was just a viewer, but now knowing like it's us and just processing everything has been so fun, and getting to know Phil. Phil is awesome. Awesome. Really, so the one thing about like being a COVID season is that we were sharing the same flight. So waiting for the plane, it was interactions with Phil, getting to know more about him. Like he's genuinely awesome. And I think we're super thankful to the whole crew.
Yeah, like looking back, the whole experience was just, I don't know. It was very dreamlike. I didn't have a lot of expectation going in. I didn't realize we were going into like that kind of format with the charter jet. I was expecting, you know, the regular booking of flights and things. And I didn't go in with a lot of expectations, but I came out with a lot of like pleasant surprises. Like our relationship like solidified. I was worried that like I was gonna like, I don't know. It just, things came out and it was like, wow, this was fantastic. And we got very lucky with a lot of the challenges and things lined up really well. And we just had a great time.
And just as a super fan, a reminder to all the super fans over there, you're only like one video away of being yourself genuinely, of being on the show that you love, right? So like for us was like, let's just not regret not applying for it. Let's just do it. We recorded ourselves. You can see our silly video on our YouTube channel. Like it's just like, it's being us. Just that. So like, just do it. Yeah.
You guys know we loved watching you all season. We are absolute fans. I really appreciate your time today. It was so lovely to talk to you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.